Hey, welcome. I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's reading is the person on your mind or people in general. How do they perceive you? Okay. And we have three groups for you to choose from: group 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to pause the video if you need an extra moment or two to choose your group, but I will see you guys in your readings. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the first group, then this reading may be for you. The person on your mind, how do they perceive you at the moment? All right. So starting off with the tarot cards, we have Ace of Cups, upright, Five of Cups, upright, and the Justice card in reverse. Okay, so how do they perceive you at the moment? Okay, so it feels like they perceive you as very loving and as someone they want to love, or someone that they can see loving eventually. And they also see you as someone that they want to start over with, maybe change the current direction or dynamic of your current relationship and where things stand at the moment. So it does feel like they are associating you with a fresh start, someone they want a deeper bond with. They think you guys have the potential for a very loving connection, relationship. They see you as someone they want to be affectionate with and generous and vulnerable. They could be waiting for the right time as well. They also view you as someone that has deep feelings in general, like they perceive you as quite spiritual. They see you as someone that they want to be kind to, they want to be authentic with you and honest, and it feels like you inspire deep feelings and optimism within this person, you know. So they also perceive you as a source of hope and a source of healing. They view you as very attractive as well. Like not only in terms of your appearance, but like energetically as well. Your energy is very attractive to them. So they kind of perceive you as someone that is safe. They also see you as someone that would potentially, or already does, appreciate their creativity. Or like appreciate who they are as a person. But even though they perceive you as very compassionate, they also see you as a bit intimidating for some of you guys. Um, they perceive you as joyful and fulfilled with where you're at, within yourself, and maybe your outer circumstances as well. Even though they feel that you've dealt with a lot of grief and disappointment over the years, they could also feel there are some parts of your past that you still haven't completely let go of. But they do feel that they can give you a fresh start. They also feel like they can acknowledge your pain in like maybe in a like a like an empathetic kind of way. They also perceive you as forgiving. They see you as someone that has or possibly has dealt with a lot of bias, unfair treatment, and judgment. They do see you as misunderstood. They feel like you've also dealt with your fair share of dishonest people. They could feel that this is something that you could still be, experiencing, going through. But they overall, like, they do perceive you as intelligent and patient. For some reason, for some of you here, if this makes sense, they could also perceive you as someone that can bring about negative consequences or karma for a person. Like, you can make a person reap what they've sown, type of thing, face certain consequences, if that makes sense. And for some of you, they could feel this way because of a spiritual connection that you have or that they perceive you as having. And they could also feel that there are a few people you might have unfinished business with, or like vice versa, like there are a few people who have unfinished business with you. They could also feel that they have unfinished business with you as well, So, moving on, we have you seem a little shy and I find it endearing. We have I'm not sure. We have you are so gorgeous. We have is it worth it? We have do you feel the same or is it just me? And instant connection. Oh, you guys got an extra card. Okay, so we have easy does it. Easy does it. We have child, give yourself permission to play. Move forward. Move forward and celebrate life. And I will do these ones after. Okay, so how do they perceive you at the moment? So with I find you so endearing, they perceive you as quite endearing. With do you feel the same or is it just me? They could also think about whether or not you guys are on the same page. Like they could feel that maybe you guys want different things out of life, maybe different things out of a relationship, whatever kind of relationship, this is between you and this person. So yeah, it feels like they do think about whether or not you guys want the same thing out of love, They do perceive you as sexy as well. They do perceive you as attractive and beautiful. And with this card here, it feels like they do perceive you as worth it, whatever that could mean in this context. And we also have instant connection. That is something else that they felt with you, like they see you as someone that they have had this instant connection to, this instant, draw to. So with I'm not sure being clarified by the Three of Cups, it feels like they're not sure how other people might take your relationship or connection or how they currently perceive your relationship to them. But they see you as someone that they feel quite confident about, someone that's quite solid to them as well. With child, give yourself permission to play. Like, they do perceive you as quite innocent. Actually, innocent might be the wrong word for a lot of you here. They actually see you as, what's that word? Gentle is a more appropriate word of how they perceive you. And with Easy Does It, it says your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. And that is how they perceive you. They perceive you as someone who does tend to take a gentle approach to things, maybe people, situations, work, life in general. But they do see you as someone that's quite gentle and kind of approaches things in that same way. So we move forward. It feels like they perceive you as someone they are moving forward, not like it's something that they hope happens. It feels like they're pretty certain that you guys are moving forward, if that makes sense. And with Celebrate Life, so they actually perceive you as someone that they could possibly encourage, someone that they could uplift, and like it almost feels like they see you celebrating something, and they kind of see themselves as being able to maybe help push you in the direction of you potentially celebrating something, if that makes sense. Like, say for example, achieving a goal, like maybe they feel like they could help you or just be there with you whilst you achieve that goal, and when you reach that goal, celebrate with you, you know. But yeah. And finally, we have thoughtful, we have pretentious, and we have resentful. So with resentful being clarified by the Six of Swords, it feels like they perceive you as someone that could possibly be resentful, but they don't think that you are. Like, they just feel that, you know, there are certain situations that you haven't completely healed from, you haven't completely moved on from, but they perceive you as someone that's not resentful over certain experiences as well, you know. And with thoughtful, they perceive you as someone that is very thoughtful, and they also perceive you as someone that doesn't tend to be pretentious. Like, even if you kind of perceive yourself that way, it feels like they don't perceive you as pretentious. All right. But that's all that's coming through for this group. I do hope it could be helpful and make sense, and I will see you guys soon, hopefully. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the second group, then this reading could be for you. Person on your mind, how do they perceive you at the moment? Okay, so we have Page of Swords upright, Knight of Wands in reverse, Ten of Wands also in reverse. So it feels like they perceive you as someone who likes to learn. They feel that you like to explore as well, that you can be a quick thinker, maybe adaptable. They also perceive you as someone they want to talk to more often. They see you as expressive, but maybe not necessarily in terms of communication, maybe not with them specifically, but with people you're closer to. But they could see you as quite animated and expressive in general. Um, but again, like, they do perceive you also as quite reserved, maybe in their perspective, or just like the dynamic that you currently have with them. But yeah, they perceive you as having a unique approach to things as well. They can see you as unique in general, actually, but they feel that the way you do certain things is quite different to maybe what they're used to or what they're. And they also see you as someone they aren't or weren't prepared for, you know? So again, like they can perceive you as someone they're not quite used to, you know? But they also see you as youthful. They also feel that they need to give you clarity. Don't know exactly what they want to give you clarity on. Maybe this will make more sense to you guys on like an individual level. But yeah, it feels like they do want to give you clarity. They also perceive you as a problem solver. They also feel that you are someone who likes to get to the truth. They feel that you need a deeper understanding of things. They also perceive you as determined, extremely committed to your goals, very talented as well in what you do. Maybe in like a lot of different ways, they could perceive you as quite talented. Um, but they also perceive you as someone that they've had a few setbacks with, maybe past or presently, someone they don't feel completely confident around. And this could be, again, because they perceive you as quite different to what they are used to. So they also think that you have this fiery side to you as well. Um, and if you aren't very attentive to the person you're asking about, they can find this quite frustrating as well. They don't perceive you as like a frustrating person, but they perceive that part of your dynamic as quite frustrating for them. But they also see you as hardworking. They could as well see you as someone that they are experiencing conflict with. And this might not be a direct conflict, this could just be due to any delays that are present between the two of you. Could be um, with the Three of Wands, it could be referring to maybe distance. So that could be like a source of conflict. It doesn't mean necessarily that you two are button heads or they perceive you guys as button heads or anything like that. Um, but yeah, they also perceive you as letting go of heavy burdens, or in the process of doing so, they are they also think that you want someone people would dump their responsibilities onto. Like they feel like people wouldn't do that to you. Maybe for reasons that you would be more aware of. Um, or they see you as learning to say no a bit more. They just feel that even though they perceive you as someone that is generally quite hardworking and dedicated and determined, they also could feel at the moment you aren't demanding too much of yourself. like they could perceive you as wanting to or trying to simplify your life. And they could actually perceive you as someone that needs to procrastinate more, that needs to kind of like maybe chill out a bit more or move a bit slower through life. Like they could feel like you could afford some rest, you know. But yeah, they see you as someone that isn't overly responsible. They see you as finding more independence and freedom, breaking free from something specific or someone specific. They also perceive you as someone that is very comfortable with taking accountability. They see you gaining or being open to new perspectives. And they could also feel that you don't have much structure at the moment, but they could also feel that maybe the way that you want it, you know? And they also do see you as quite protective of yourself as well. So, moving on, we have meh, we have no excuses. Oh, wait, that's the wrong way. So meh, no excuses. We also have you have a beautiful smile and beautiful eyes. We have you also dang magical. We have distance. And we have I don't know how this will end, but I know I want to try. We also have religious and spiritual. Actually, do you know what? I'll do those ones after I read these ones. So with meh, they could actually think that you perceive them as quite boring, someone that you're not entirely um, interested in. Maybe not interested, but just not your cup of tea. Like they feel like they're not really your cup of tea, you know, and they perceive you as being distant from them. But for some of you, they could feel like this distance between you guys is intentional. They perceive you as extremely beautiful. Like you have like such captivating presence. Like your smile, your eyes, your energy um, is beautiful to them. Like they perceive you as quite magical as well. And they kind of perceive like the two of you and your connection as your um, what is it? Like the future is unknown, you know. With I don't know how this will end, but I know I want to try. So they do see you as someone that they do want to maybe try with, or someone they are already trying with. They also perceive you as someone that they wouldn't be able to make excuses with. We also have, so we have spiritual, we have transition. So it says, join with like minded people for friendship and increase spiritual growth. We have release attachments to what was and prepare for what is to come. And we also have balanced life. And I will do these ones after. So with transition, release attachments to what was, prepare for what is to come, they actually perceive you as being maybe, it kind of just depends on who this person is to you and what kind of connection you have with them. But they perceive you as someone that is still stuck on someone, that you haven't, you know, detached yourself from someone. So if like this is like a romantic connection, then they could feel like you are still in a relationship or still seeing someone, still stuck on someone in that way. And in whatever way they feel like you haven't released attachments to someone or something. They feel like it is like creating a block between the two of you, or it makes it hard for you to see them. So they feel like you aren't really ready for a transition. You're not really ready to prepare for something new, or just them, like you don't really have space for them, or you're not really open to them, or there's just like outside energies and influences that kind of make that space difficult. I hope that makes sense. But yeah. And with spiritual or religious community, they could also perceive you as someone that is very spiritual or religious. And they also perceive you as someone that is trying to seek out more of a balanced life. And finally, we have sarcastic, we have frank, and we have mercurial, unpredictable. So earlier I was saying they perceive you as quite unique, someone they're not really used to, or whatever it was. But maybe maybe this explains it more. Maybe they could perceive you as quite unpredictable as well. And they also perceive you as someone that they need to be more direct with frank. And they could also perceive you as quite sarcastic as well. Maybe they know that for sure, or they just kind of assume that. But yeah, that's all I have for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it could be helpful and make sense. And I'm wishing you guys the best. And I'll see you guys soon. All right, please take care. Bye. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the third group, then this reading could be for you. The person on your mind, how do they perceive you at the moment? Okay. So we have, to start, we have the Emperor upright, Nine of Pentacles, and Four of Pentacles in reverse. So it feels like they perceive you as a strong person, someone that can be quite serious and in control. They could think you are physically strong as well. So for some of you, they perceive you as quite maybe physically fit. They perceive you as both respectful and respected. They see you as someone that tends to be structured, ordered, disciplined, maybe as someone that tries to or likes to follow the rules. They feel that you are someone that successfully deals with challenges as well. Someone who tries to safeguard other people is how they perceive you, and they see you as someone that does have very strong connections to people or certain people. They could feel like you have strong personal and professional connections. Overall, like they see you as someone that is intelligent, logical. They think you are a rational thinker, but at the same time, empathetic. So for some of you here, they could perceive you as distancing yourself from them. And they could try not to think about you too much. They could prefer going off of actual encounters that they have with you as opposed to overthinking too much about you. But they do see you as someone who tends to stick to something once they've made up their mind. So they could see you as very committed to certain things or committed to things once you've decided to be, you know? They do perceive you as strategic. Like, again, they do think you're smart. For some of you, if it makes sense, they could perceive you as a bit of a smart ass at times. This feels like in like an endearing way, so please don't take offense to that. But yeah, they perceive you as overcoming, or like maybe recently overcame uh, financial instability. It could be another form of instability. And overall, like they just see you as a healthy person, you know? They see you as confident, but at the same time, hard on yourself, you know? They perceive you as not very materialistic, not very superficial as well. They could actually perceive you as quite down to earth and humble. Uh, they do feel that you are prone to overextending yourself at times. They do think you are hardworking. They do feel that. So they don't think you tend to be reckless, but they do suspect that you have your moments where you are a bit reckless. They also feel that you appear sensible. Maybe you try to be sensible or do the right thing, but again, they feel like you have your moments where you're not sensible. But overall, like they view you as self-focused. But even though they feel that you are self-focused, maybe even, let me see. No, it doesn't really feel like selfish. But at the same time, like they don't feel that you are vain. Even though you're confident, they could feel that you are humble at the same time. They also perceive you as someone that they've been neglecting. And for some of you, if it makes sense for the person you're asking about, they could perceive you as someone that they are trying to let go of. So they could also perceive you as someone that is quite neglected by other people. Maybe they feel like this is something that you have, been through in the past, something that you're currently going through as well. They could also perceive you as quite isolated. So they kind of perceive you as independent, but they also feel that you aren't as independent as you come across. They could also perceive you as maybe codependent with someone specific in your life. They could also perceive you as distrustful of them. They could feel that you are losing some of the control in your life. But they could actually feel that you are grateful for this loss of control, And they do feel that you are under or have been under a lot of pressure to be successful or to succeed in some way or in some area of your life or with a person. So even though they generally perceive you as someone that is structured and ordered and stuff like that, They also feel that there are times where you could mismanage your time in their perspective. They feel that you could also have a lot of regrets. They think that there are a lot of things that you would have done differently if you could maybe do things over again. But they also think a lot about the regrets that they have with you. I might do a reading on what are their regrets because I feel like there has been a few messages throughout this particular reading about regrets. But anyways, so so they could also have some regrets with you. They perceive you as less mature than you seem, not in a bad way, just more youthful than your age or than you kind of like come across in terms of your appearance or the way you carry yourself. And yeah, so they could kind of perceive you as having this rocky foundation, even though on the surface you do seem quite balanced, in control. The Queen of Swords energy with that coming up to clarify. But they do see you as gaining more freedom. They perceive you as generous and trustworthy. And they also feel that you don't tend to hold on to unhelpful emotions, that you do try to be rational. They perceive you as easygoing for the most part. Um, they feel that there are certain things that you could benefit from letting go of, maybe, letting go of control or just more control and unburdening yourself in some way. And they could also perceive you as needing to or feel that you would benefit from opening up to them or to others, or they kind of perceive you as opening up more to them or others. Okay. So we have, there are so many things left unsaid. We have family issues. I want to do unspeakable things to you. We have bitter. We have, I was a distraction for your pain. And we also have, our connection is doing more harm than good. So they could actually think you perceive them as a distraction, or could potentially, maybe down the line, see them as a distraction for you. Because they could actually perceive you as quite busy, a lot going on, and yeah, and with, there are so many things left unsaid. They could feel like you guys are due some more conversations. They could feel like you guys need to talk more. So with, I want to do unspeakable things to you, they perceive you as very attractive. Maybe you have sex appeal as well, and they perceive you as someone that they do have a lot of wild thoughts about, and only take that message, of course, if that's the kind of relationship connection that you are asking about. At the moment, they could feel like your connection to each other could do more harm than good. Let me see something. This could actually be referring to your connection or relationship to someone else. They could feel like that could be doing more harm than good. For some of you, there was a message earlier in the reading about a codependent relationship, and that could potentially be the relationship that they feel is doing more harm than good. So for some of you, please only take this one if it makes sense, but for some of you, they could perceive you as bitter in some way. And they could also perceive you as having family issues. Like they could perceive you as that bitter was clarified by the Ten of Cups, and with the family issues there, they could feel like you are still bitter about maybe certain family issues, but it feels like it's about something specific. Like there's certain things that you are still quite um, maybe sour about. And for some of you, this could be because of the regrets they perceive you as having. Mm. So we also have purification and detoxification. It says release physical and energetic toxins from your life. And we also have bathroom, which is flush away all that no longer serves you, which, going to the bathroom is kind of like purifying and getting rid of, toxins through, you know how it works, right? But so that kind of like has a similar energy to that. And we also have energy of love. So they could actually perceive you as needing to let go of any regrets that you might have, clarified by the Eight of Cups. Maybe let go of any, disappointments that you could still be holding on to. Like they could perceive you as, still needing to purify and detoxify certain areas of your life, maybe your mind or, some past events. But with energy of love, like they do perceive you as someone they could have a lot of love for. Like they could also, like they could already be seeing you through the lens of love, if you know what I mean. And finally, we have philosophical, we have nice, and we have non-competitive. So for some of you, they could perceive you as, let me see. So for some of you, they could perceive you as philosophical, right? But for others of you, they perceive you as like a teacher, someone that could, let me see, like, yeah, like teach, and they also perceive you as someone that they want or need to be nicer to. And with non competitive, they perceive you as quite self focused and not someone that is very competitive with other people, Maybe with yourself, but not necessarily with other people. But that is all I have. For those of you who chose this group, I do hope it could be helpful, make sense, and I'm wishing you the best, and I hope I see you guys again soon. All right, so please take care of yourself.